I know this is thinking completely outside of the box, but I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to like get your hair done, give yourself some self-love, just like during this crazy time. And I get it, I have gray hair, so I thought, let me just do it on myself and show you how to do it. So what I just delivered to your house is a bag like this. You're gonna have your color in it. It's probably gonna have a sealer on it, like a plastic sealer on the top. Go ahead and take that part off, but you're just gonna have your custom formulated bottle. This white liquid in here is gonna be what you mix together. You're gonna have one of these, which has a little cotton in it. This is your stain remover if you need it. You're gonna have 3 clips, and I'll get to that in a minute. A chopstick. These would be great if you can return them in the bag that they come in, and I'll pick them up so we can reuse them. You're definitely gonna have some gloves, and you're gonna have some shampoo and conditioner to go ahead and wash your hair with and enjoy. Okay, so before you start, I wanted to give you just a couple of pointers. One, I would wear dark clothing. This way, if any color gets on them, it doesn't look bad, or you don't have to get rid of them. The other thing is, it's always helpful to have a button down because you could just take it off easily, and you will need to take your shirt over your head to shower with. The other thing that's helpful is a timer. Obviously, you could use your phone, but I'm using it to video this. But a timer is extremely necessary. If you go over time, or you think, oh, well, my hair's resistant or whatever, you can burn your scalp, and you can get like really bad, you know, I don't know, side effects and stuff like that. Too dark, scalp burning, whatever, scabs. So we really want to be precise with our time. Okay, so I wanted to go over sectioning. So the easiest way to apply this is with really clean sections, just a 4-quadrant sectioning. So it's literally just one section from the front of your head all the way down like this. The cleaner the section, the better. And then I'm gonna take the next section, which is from the top of my head to about where my ear is. And I'm gonna part that out of the way. And then I'm gonna put that as much as I can, really, really clean in a little knot, and go ahead and put my clips on it. Okay, so this is what your hair should look like when it's all sectioned. Then your next step, and I would probably put gloves on for this, is to mix your color. All right. So I'm gonna take this white liquid in here. I'm gonna open up this nozzle, and obviously this wasn't made perfectly for this, so I'm gonna just pour it in there like so. And this is actually really thick for this bottle, so it should make things a little bit easier for you. Go ahead and kind of move it around, and then close it. Now, this is really important. Squeeze it, and then put your finger on the nozzle and shake. Shake it super good, like for at least a minute. Shaking, shaking, shaking. And it's gonna be quite thick. And remember, we're only trying to get the root. We're not trying to get the ends of our hair, because if you get the ends and you're like, oh, I have extra color, I wanna get it, you can erase your highlights that we put in, or you can, this formula is actually made just for your roots, so it's just made for gray coverage. The stuff that we put in the salon on your ends is actually a different formula that's more gentle, and it's a completely different set of formulas. So this is only good for just your roots, for covering your gray. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and apply it, and I'm gonna put it in a bead kind of across my head. So my first section is gonna be down the middle. You wanna be really careful not to get this in your eye, obviously. So like that. And my next section I'm gonna take is just slightly to the side of it, and I'm gonna continue the same process. And I'm parting it. You can part it with the chopstick, or I just find that parting it with the bottle nozzle is easier for me. Now in the salon, we do the front of your face first. Don't do that with this. Do that last, after you finish the section, so it doesn't get messy. So as you can see, I'm literally just taking tiny little sections, about 1/4 of an inch thick. I'm pushing this hair over the way. And I'm just applying a tiny little bead, just like that. Now, this was really just intended to tidy you over. So you don't want to do your whole head. If you know, I mean, I would just recommend do as much as you can. I know it's hard to see the back. If you have a friend or a family member do it while we're all quarantined over here, then even better for you. But I would say don't get too adventurous there. All right, so I'm almost done with this first quadrant. And as you can see, the beads are all in there. And you can also see that I am really being careful not to get this rest of my hair done because I don't want to color all my pretty little highlights away. You also want to make sure that if you have like an end sticking out like that, to get it out of the way so it doesn't get accidentally colored. But don't be scared. If you mess anything up, we'll fix it in the salon. All right, so now I'm going through and I'm just doing a little bit in the front. And for me, this is like where I have the worst gray. And you can clearly see that I'm not getting it close to my skin because I don't want to stain. And I color my hair with really dark hair color. So I'm just going in there really gently and kind of painting it on my hairline like that. And I'm squeezing it as I'm painting it. All right. My last step for this quadrant is I'm gonna kind of move some of the hair away and I'm just gonna kind of touch it like this a little bit. And this lets it kind of get on the rest of the hair without having to use a brush and being like quite organized about it so you don't get it everywhere. Now, I have like an all white bathroom and I don't want to get anything on my flooring, so I find that when you do it this way, you're gonna have a more cleaner application. Not that I do this all the time because I own a salon and I never do my own hair. But this is what I do. So that side is all done and ready to go. Now, because I have a little bit of color on my hands, I would recommend washing your hands and then starting with your next quadrant. You do want to get the first two quadrants done first. And that's usually where we see the most gray in your hair. Now I'm going to do the rest. So this is kind of blindly doing it. So I'm going to take this part down, and if it's easier for you, what you could do is take the two that you've already done like this, put it in a little kind of twisty thing, and then put it in a clip. And I don't expect you guys to see your own head, the back of your heads, because that's usually our job. But so what I would recommend is just go up and down. You're doing this yourself. Obviously, if you have somebody else doing it, it's going to be a lot easier. But I can't see what I'm doing. So I'm literally going to just go up and down, part it. I'm parting it, and when I'm squeezing, I'm going up. Part, squeeze, go up. And I'm just going to try to get this area. Usually this area has a lot of gray. The back area usually does not have a lot of gray. And if you do have a lot of gray, don't worry about it. We'll get it when all this is over. Just give it a good kind of little rub in there, and then you're good. And then let's do the other side. Before you do set your timer, it probably takes you a lot longer than me to do your color. So what I would suggest is set it for 25 minutes. This process is for 30 minutes, but I have a feeling it took you longer than 5 minutes to do your whole head. And I really don't want you to over process your color. So 25 minutes max. I'm gonna go ahead and set my timer now for 25 minutes. All right. And then, last but not least, really important, get everything kind of out of your face. You don't want anything dripping in your face. Obviously, if you get this, I really hope you don't get this in your eye. But if you do get it in your eye, wash it out really good with water. It's gonna burn really badly. Please don't get it in your eye. Okay, so I put it kind of out of my way, out of my face, so that this way it's not falling in my face. And then my last step is because I have dark hair color, you can see that on the top of my hairline, I have a little bit of kind of some oxidizing color already. If you get that off now, before it has a tendency to stain, you will be ahead of the game. So I'm just going through and I'm just wiping it out with the little cotton that we gave you. The formula in the cotton is actually Goldwell's color stain remover. So you are good there. And that's it. Okay, so I'm so grateful that you guys went on this adventure with me. And so obviously the last step is to rinse it out. Make sure that your head is super, super upright so that all the water drains down. Wash it 2 times. And especially if you have thick hair, but I find it like if you're taking out color, especially at home, I would recommend washing it 2 times just to make sure that there's no color in there whatsoever. And then do the conditioner. Use the nourishing shampoo for your shampoo, and obviously the healing conditioner. This one is super nice and soft, so it's great, and it also has a color protectant in it, so it's a neat one for that. It's actually got marigold oil in it. So leave this in for 10 minutes and wash your hair twice with the nourishing. You can literally dump everything, including these things, in your bag, in your Ziploc bag, because we actually are 95% waste-free salon. So we recycle everything. You don't have to throw these away at all. So everything we give you, gloves, the cotton, a dirty bottle, don't wash this out, don't worry about it, just throw it right in the Ziploc bag, we will take care of it. These, don't worry about them, if they're dirty, just throw everything in your bag, I got this. And I will pick it up probably the next day after I deliver your first bottle. All right, I hope we don't have to do this again, but if we do, we're here for you. And thanks for thinking outside the box and giving this kind of fun situation an opportunity. And that's it.